Now let's go to Canberra and the unedifying outbursts we saw today. Here is Green Senator Sarah Hanson-Young heckling the Nationals' David Littleproud while he was addressing the media.
Peter Dutton has laid out a pathway, more so than what many of Palestine's own neighbours would.
Can I ask on gambling, or do you?
Yeah.
Might you say something about the children that are being slaughtered?
Why don't you say something about the children being slaughtered? That's what she said if you couldn't hear it. And in the lower house, we had Teal MP, Zali Steggall, independent Teal, whatever she is. She called the opposition leader racist.
I would like to share is the human story, the real story about some of the people we're talking about, the lives they're talking. And I would ask you to be silent. I have the floor.
Order.
We heard you in silence. You can hear me in silence.
Order.
Stop being racist.
Leader of the opposition. Order.
Well, it was an offensive and unparliamentary remark and it should be withdrawn.
Is a description of language being racist an unparliamentary remark?
Nick, how do you see the conduct of Steggall and Hanson-Young?
Look, this may be a wild theory, Rita, but I wonder if actually Steggall and Hanson-Young in some strange way are actually on the Peter Dutton team campaigning to get him elected, because this, you couldn't buy this sort of publicity really if you're Peter Dutton. You know, ordinary, working, decent people out there, Australians, patriotic Australians, are right on board with Peter Dutton. There are no votes in what Anthony Albanese is proposing, which is basically open doors for Palestinians. People want their borders protected. They can see that when you get 75% of people in Gaza, apparently an opinion poll, who support Hamas, well, you know, are we just going to be lucky and just get that 25% who don't? Of course not. So, you know, ordinary, decent, patriotic Australians are right behind Peter Dutton. And every time you get these sort of displays of, I don't know, virtue signalling in his ear, then it just adds to people's concerns and puts them behind him. So, yeah, no marks to Zali Steggall or Hanson-Young for that.
Well, Peter Dutton is copying it from the media as well. No surprises there. He was asked this on 9 today. He was asked whether he's a heartless racist. Have a listen.
Good to see it. Are you a heartless racist? Do you have any humanity?
All he could do was laugh there and collect his thoughts. I don't know how else you respond to a question like that, Nick.
No, I mean, you put that question to me. Do you have any humanity? I don't quite know if I'd know what to say.
What?
Look, it is ridiculous, but it's like all these things, Rita. You know, if we were to have a referendum on this tomorrow, you know, had a referendum theoretically, should we let in Gazan refugees or people who claim they're refugees without being able to check their bona fides, the result would be an emphatic no. It would make the Voice referendum look tiny. You know that. So, you know, Peter Dutton is clearly with the majority of the Australian people, but having to battle against this huge tide of wokeness that pours out of Fairfax and the ABC and the Parliament and SBS and every other place. You know, he's got to keep his head above water, but if he can do that, I think he can win this issue, no problem.
Oh, absolutely. I think he's used to getting harsh media treatment, but I think that treatment is going to be far worse than he's ever seen. He is the opposition leader now. The polls have tightened. He is within a winning margin, and he's coming out strongly with these conservative positions after the success of the No campaign for the Voice. And I think the media campaign against him is going to intensify. Nick, now before you go, I want to play you this clip that the Kamala Harris campaign have released. It's just, again, so authentic and real. Have a look.
I was hoping
you,
maybe we wouldn't have to.
I called you, Tim.
Yes.
You didn't answer, Tim.
I know.
What happened?
The most important call of my life. It popped up, and we didn't recognize the caller ID, and it went to voicemail.
Hi, this is Jim. I'm not able to answer.
There you go.
Responsible. Thank you.
Hey, Tim, it's Kamala. I really wanted to you.
Nick, we've run out of time, and thank God, because I don't know how much more of Kamala and Walls I can stomach. Nick Cater, enjoy Bosnia. Thanks for your time this evening.